That and more.
Yeah, I know it is that and more. And here's the thing: you're a prolific author. So you, how many books is it so far? I counted down. I believe
6.
six.
Yeah.
There we go. So, and you got a bunch of topics that you cover, and I want to ask you about some of these other books that you wrote also.
Okay.
But let's keep it at Total BS, Body and Soul right now. So that title is pretty provocative for those who find it provocative.
Right. It gets your attention.
Yeah. So
but it's designed to do that, I'm sure.
Of course.
Exactly. So, why that name? Why title the book that?
Well, that's a phrase that most people use, like, oh, that's total BS. But this total BS is total body and soul. It's mind, body, and soul. I think that once people learn how to align the three, then they'll realize that they can be in a better position to attract the things they want. Because I'm all about attracting, and most people don't really know that they have the ability to do that because they've never really zoned in. I meditate a lot. I've been meditating for over 13 years. And when I first started meditating, I started to see the dramatic changes that started to happen in my life. I started to realize my power, my inner power. Most people don't realize when you meditate, it gives you creativity, it gives you ideas, it gives you clarity, it gives you focus, it shows you how to make decisions, and it gets you to a place where you really start to see clearly, and that's what really helped me to get on the path to realize, wow, I could generate income from doing this. I can generate income from doing this. I can generate income from doing this. Then you're like, wait a minute. I could do all these other things that I never even thought about. Sometimes it's like, you have a aha moment. It's like, wait a minute. I never thought about doing it that way. And there's so many opportunities around us,
Quick question. I have to interrupt you here. So, what happens for you when you meditate? Like, physically happens? Like, if you can explain it.
Well, what happens to me, I can meditate, like I say, for some people that's starting to meditate, to use a guide, maybe like, maybe jazz music or soundscapes or nature sounds, just to get you in that zone. I can meditate without all of that because I've been practicing for a long time. What happens to me when I meditate, it takes me to a higher being, another place. It's like your body is there, but your spirit is kind of floating. It's going to a place beyond. And now in that place, you're able to tap into the spiritual world at a higher level, a heightened level. And you become even wiser. And people look at you like, well, how did you get all this insight? How did you get all this wisdom? Because you're tapping into another part of yourself that the average person doesn't tap into. And that's why I say it's so important to find that time for personal peace, because to me, that's what success really is. When you get to a place of personal peace, you know your purpose, you're living in your purpose, you're happy with life, because it's not about things, because we all know things come and go. So you could aspire for things, but things are not permanent. They're just materialistic, and we are living in a materialistic world. But most people need to start looking beyond that, because what happens when you go get something that you really desire, that you want, now you on to the next thing. So it's just that feel good experience for that one moment that you really want. That's what you're looking for. So why not look for that feel good experience in your purpose, in what you were born to do? And it's going to be an ongoing thing. It's not a thing where it's like, oh, like you hear people say it, artists, when I'm on stage, I just feel like I'm in my moment. Like I just feel like I'm on a natural high. You don't need anything else. You just need to be operating in that talent, in that skill, in that ability that God has given you. That's the gift that you have, so you don't have to look so far outside of yourself, because the gift is really within.
Okay, so you're saying that me praying for the Knicks to win the championship while I'm alive is not going to happen.
I doubt it.
Yeah, It's not enough optimism in the world, brother. Right now, it's just not enough